Hi everyone, Nubkex here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make champion training events or tournaments in Raid Shadow Legends much easier than I think most people realize they can be. He's probably going to be a bit mad. One of my clanmates posted it in our Discord channel. He said, "This training event sucks. I've 6-starred 2 champions, leveled them already, and I still haven't got the first set of fragments." We're currently talking about the Operdon Clanfather fragment event. I went and I looked at my stuff, and I've 6-starred 1 champion, and pretty effortlessly actually. I've got both sets of fragments. I'm almost up near the top, and I'm going to be easily pushing for this legendary skill tome, getting these really valuable rewards. So how do I do it? Well, I'm going to walk you. I feel really cheesy actually recording this one. This is one of the things like dentists don't want you to know this one simple trick. But honestly, it actually kind of is this simple. Let's dive in and let me show you what I do. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is just we're starting with a mostly clean slate. I have a few 4-stars and I've got 2 3-star champions right now, but I was trying to clear out as much as possible. I thought about putting them in my vault, but I don't have enough space. So yeah, but we've got these free slots, and the first thing we're going to go do is just we're going to pull a whole bunch of mystery shards. We're going to crack them all open, and we are going to be creating all of the champions we need, these food champions, to feed up completely from scratch. So I'll be back when I've opened up all of these. Okay, so I've now maxed out my current champion space. I've started up a timer, by the way. It took me about 30 seconds. I thought it would be fun just to see how long this actually takes. And now that we've got all this stuff, let's go through step 2. Really, now we've got all these champions. Step 2 is actually very simple, very straightforward. This is something I like to do to cut down on some of the tedium, where using brews, I'm going to take a bully, a level 1, 1-star common, give them 1 brew, which takes them all the way up to level 9, then 1, 2, 3 more level 1s, and you can get them up to level 10, max level, then rank up, feed them 1 more 1-star champion, and there you go, you've got a 2-star. So this is just a simple way to turn your 1-stars into a 2-star. If you're low on brews, if you're low on silver, whatever, you can skip this step if you want to. You can basically instead jump into Brutal 12-3. I'm going to assume you're able to farm Brutal 12-3, and we just stick in our 3 champions here at 1-star. Again, timer, we're 1:30 in. Okay, and there we go. I did 3 runs. It takes me about 6, 7, 8 seconds, 5 to 8 seconds with Ethos here to do this. So yeah, we're 2 minutes in now, and we've got, again, more ranked up 1-stars. I'm just going to go through. I'm going to just use the brew method because I've got plenty of brews, and I'm going to prioritize green level 1s here to get them up. I'm just going to turn all of these 1-stars into 2-stars. Let's go. All right, we have done it. There we go. All of the 1-stars turned into 2-stars. We now have a veritable cornucopia of 2-star champions to work with. Cool. Where are we at in the timer? We're 7 minutes in right now. I'm already tired. That's quite tedious. But anyway, let's dive in. I also have no energy, so we're going to be using gems. So you can also see how much this is going to cost me in gems and in silver to do all of this. Now I have the question, what do we do at the 2-stars? And definitely the easiest, and what I recommend to do by far the easiest way to level these up, is simply diving into 12-3 Brutal Campaign. And we're just going to run this until they are leveled up. So let's go. Okay, and there we go. We have our first set of level 20s. So far, nothing crazy, I think, right? This is all the same stuff that pretty much everyone is doing. I think it took, what, 10 runs? So 80 energy to get these up. But yeah, nothing too exciting so far. And really, that's it with the 2-stars, right? That's all we're going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to get all of my 2-stars. I'm going to level up a bunch of them to 20. We're going to just feed them the other 2-stars at level 1 to make a bunch of 3-stars, because that is when things take a turn for the different, for the worse, for the better, a turn for the better. They take a twist. Actually, I interrupt my grinding for one quick question that you might be asking, which is this. Nubkex, hey look, at level 19, if we do another run here of 12-3 Brutal, are we going to be wasting experience? Are we going to be generating more experience than we need? And the answer is actually yes, you are. So you could lower the difficulty. I think one run on 12-3 normal would get these guys up to 20. You could stick them in your training pit for a while, get them up to 20. You could feed them a couple of level 1s to get them up to 20. You could do that for each of these guys. Now, in my opinion, though, you're going to be grinding over the course of playing this game. You're going to be grinding up so many of these guys that it's not worth the hassle of Xing out, changing your difficulty, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're wasting a small bit of energy, but honestly, could you be arsed doing it a different way? If you want to do that, then go for it. For me, I don't care. Whatever. I just get them up to 20 on 12-3, and it saves me some time, and that is worth more to me in the end. Alright guys, and we are back. I have now got a whole bunch of 3-star champions ready to go. Actually have 2 2-stars left over. That's okay. Where are we at time-wise? We are 22 minutes in. Awesome. Okay, 22 minutes in. Right, what we're going to do next, I'm going to get to show you what we're going to do here. I'm going to get 3 of these 3 stars. We'll go with these exact 3. We're just gonna once more spam that brutal 12-3 campaign to get these 3 stars up to 30, and then that's where the twist comes in. Let's go. Okay, and there we go. We've got these 3 at level 30. We are on the timer. We're up to almost half an hour in, 27 minutes in. I did notice, I hope this isn't champion training popping already. Let me just double check. Okay, no, it's Dungeon Divers. That's cool. I don't want to like overdo champion training too much. Now, this is where things get different, right? So the big mistake that people will make at this point now, the big mistake is someone will go in, you'll take your level 30, and you'll go 1, 2, 3, 3 1-stars, upgrade, and think you're doing great. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. Bad idea. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go in. This is worth it now with 3-star champions. I'm going to need, we've got 3. They need 3 each. We need to level up 9 of these to a specific level. Actually, hang on. I need some 1-star champions for this. They're going to crack a few more greens or 1-stars. Actually got another blue. That's nice. That saves us some time. Whenever you pull some of these, it saves you some time and speeds you up. Let's pull this much. Should be good. We are going to partially level up these champions, and the reason is very simple, right? The reason is very simple. We get points in champion training for leveling up these characters, and here's the thing as well. There's you get a flat amount of experience of champion training points per level. So if I put in 1 brew, I get 10 levels on this guy for 1 brew. That's 10 levels worth of points in champion training. A second brew, this is where it starts to fall off. My second brew is only going to give me 5 levels. A third brew would only give me 3. So it starts to drop off pretty rapidly. And guess what? You know, the first 10 levels are worth as much as the last 10 levels. They're still really good. So for 3-star champions, I like to give them 1 brew and 2 1-stars, get them up to level 11, right? So we're going to get a whole bunch of free points in this champion training for leveling them up this way. It also clears out some of these 1-stars too, which can be quite nice. And again, if you are rich, if you've got lots of silver and lots of brews, you could go in and do like 2 brews instead, right? Get them up to level 15 and be like, that's good. I've got plenty of brews. That's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to conserve my brews a little bit, so I'm going to be doing this instead. But yeah, we're just going to go through, do this with a bunch of these guys. Here we go. And it's just adding up. It's adding up these points bit by bit. All right, so here we go. We've done it. We've got a bunch of these 3-star food champions now up to level 11. And now we're going to go in and we're going to feed these in. I'm going to show you stats as well after this, guys. We're going to do, for the nerds among us, I'm going to show you exactly how much you're going to gain at the end here. But let's keep going for now. We're just going to upgrade rank on all of these. Okay, cool. Let's upgrade him. Again, just feeding these level 11 3 stars. There we go. Fantastic. And the last one. Boom. There we go. Okay, great. Now we've got 3 4-star champions, which are almost ready to go. What am I going to do with 4 stars? We're going to do the exact same thing. And you actually have a spoiler here because I've already been doing it, right? We're going to do the same thing. If I could just power one up. No, I'll level it properly. I'll level it properly. But what we're going to do when we do have a level 44 star ready to rank them up, if you try to rank them up and you stick in 4 level 1 4-star champions as food, you're missing out on a ton of free points. What are we going to do instead? We're going to take our level 1 food. We're going to give them 2 brews this time for 4-star, 2 brews, and then boop, 1 more 1-star to knock them over to level 15, and we're going to get a whole bunch of extra points. And again, I'm going to do that with every single every single 4-star I get, I'm going to level them up to 15 to feed them in. If you're not doing champion training, obviously don't do this. You're going to be, woof woof, there's my dog. You're going to be wasting your brews and your silver and your champions for no reason, right? If you want to rank stuff up outside of champion training, then yeah, just rank them up at level 1. But the point here is that we want to maximize our champion training points, and leveling up your 4-star champs is a ton of free points that we want to capitalize on. So here we go. I came in, I had a few already pre-built. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, great. So I'll go in, and what I'll actually do, I will take these, I guess the 3 commons. No, I'll take 3 of the, because I've got mostly green. I'll take 3 greens, and I'll level them up in campaign. And then we'll feed one of them up, and then I'll show you the stats. So let's go back into campaign. Where are we at right now? 32 minutes. Okay, cool. Now here we go. Perfect. 3 greens. We're just gonna again farm through 12 free brutal and see where we are when we get there. Let's go. Now I'm actually gonna go get a cup of tea. Pause the timer. Pause the timer. Cup of tea time. Jeez. Right. Right. Restart the timer. All right, there we are, guys. We've done it. We've got 3 level 40s now up to, well, level 40. 3 4-stars up to level 40. And on the timer, we are 44 minutes in. 44 minutes in. So 3/4 of an hour to do this. I think it took us half an hour to get them up to 4-star and then boost it up with brews to level 15. So it's a good chunk to get them up to 40. If we were to, in order to go in now to our tavern and to actually rank them up, to get the food that we'd need to rank them up, therefore, for each one of these, we need 4 4-stars at level 15. This is our boosted strategy. That would take us, we'd need, I guess, if it's half an hour to get these, we need to do it 4 times, so we have enough for all of them. It would take 2 hours. So 2 hours more of grinding, of doing exactly what I did, would actually get us 3 5-star chickens. But that's not all we're gonna do. I've actually got these sample ones already. I already pre-built these just for this. So again, 4 level 15 4-stars to rank her up to 5 stars. And then once more, massive mistake once again. Another huge mistake would be to go in and just hypothetically imagine I had all of these. This would be the worst mistake, going in with your 5-star and feeding them 5 level 1 5-star chickens. You'd have to be crazy to do that. You're missing out on so many free points. How many brews are we going to use for this? We're going to go in 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at this, zips right on up to level 20. And then 1, 2 more rares, level 21, bam. In this case, that just gave me 400 tournament points for CVC, by the way. And there we go. Now we have a 5-star chicken, level 21, ready to go. In terms of our champion training progress, where has this put us? I think we got a red dot here. I think look at this, we've made progress. Okay, look at that. Right there. Bam. Epic skill tome. Okay, epic skill tome. What did we do to make this happen? We basically just made 1 level 5 chicken in an efficient way. And we made a ton of progress. We made a ton of progress. So let's say it took us about, 3 hours. It would take us 3 hours to get 3 5-star chickens leveled up. In, let's say, 5 hours, then it would take you about 5 hours of grinding like this to efficiently rank up, again, with no pre-existing chickens, no pre-existing food. It would take 5 hours to get 5 rank 5 chickens. So yeah, pretty much 5 hours of fairly hardcore grinding. You could of course supplement this with your multi-battles, or if you're into using auto-clickers and stuff, you could use that too, and you would get through. Not too bad. Let's get a little bit nerdy here, guys. Let's get nerdy. This is going to be intimidating when I show it to you first, but don't worry, I'm going to break it down for you, and you're going to understand exactly what's happening here. In fact, let me grab this. Let me move it down, because that's where things get really crazy. So what I've done here, very simply, let me just double check you guys can see. Yes, you can. So this, I basically broke down, these are the actual points and how the actual points work. So this is like the maths behind the scenes. So you can see, and I'm going to show you what the gains actually are. But for a 3-star, let's say we start with a plain old 3-star, leveling a plain old 3-star, any 3-star, from level 1 up to 30 gives you 60 points. And then to rank them up, gives you another 50 points. So if we did that with just using 3 level 1 3-stars, we would get a total of 110 points, right? So that's taking our level 3, a 3-star champion, level them up to 30, feed them 3 other 1-star, 3 other level 1 3-star chickens, and 110 points. Now, if we do my brew strategy here, where we give them 1 brew, and then whatever, a couple of the 1-stars just to tick them over a level, we get an extra 22 points per food, right? So we get 110 from the person we're actually leveling up to 4-star, but then we get an extra 22 times 3 for each of the food. We get an extra 66 points, so we get an extra 66 points for every single 4-star we create, right? If we do it with 4 stars, okay, leveling them up to 40 and ranking them up, we get 250 points. Again, if we use the 2 brew strategy for our 4-star food, we get an extra 30 points per food used, so an extra 120 total because we're going to use 4 pieces of food. Quite nice. And if we do it with 5 stars, again, you can see an actual pretty big gain here, right? So 600 points to level a 5-star up to 50. 300 to level them up to 50, 300 to rank them up to 6-star, that's 600 points. But if we put 4 brews and 2 1-stars into each of the 5 5-stars that we're going to feed to that person, we get an extra 126 points per 5-star food for a total of 1,230 points, or 630 bonus points. We actually get more points in champion training for giving our brews to our 5-star chickens than we do for ranking up and leveling up the person we're getting the 6 stars in the first place, which is pretty crazy. Now what I did, I graphed this out, and basically this is, by the way, the amount of food that you need for a 6-star. So to make to get your 6-star, you need to feed them 5 5-stars, right? To get 5 5-stars, you need 25 4-stars. To get 25 4-stars, you need 100 3-stars. So there's quite a lot going into it. There's quite a lot going into it. And I guess for 100 3-stars, you would need, what, 300 2-stars? Because it takes at least 3 2-stars to make a 3-star. Yeah, so there you go. And here we go. This is, I think, the bit that is perhaps most dramatic. This puts it in maybe more intelligible terms, right? But basically what I said was, okay, if we're going to be creating 25 4-stars, right? We need to make 25 4-stars from these 100 3-stars. What happens if we do it using only level 1 3-stars? So if we do it without ever putting brews into our food, we get 2,750 points. If we do the brew strategy, we get 4,400 points. In other words, we gain 1,650. We gain 60% more points for champion training, leveling up our 3-star to 4-star if we feed the food brews. If we do my strategy again for turning our 4-stars into 5-stars, again, you can see the points here. You get 48% more. And then, as I just explained, when we level up our 5-star up to a 6-star, if we give the 4 brews and 2 1-star guys to those 5-star food, we get an extra 105% value. So in total, if we go through all this leveling process, and this is excluding all the level 1, level 2 stuff, by the way, if we go and we do this, we're going to get 62.6% more champion training points just by feeding a few brews to all of the food that we're eating along the way. Feed them a few brews along the way, and you're going to get 62% more champion training points. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. So my poor old clanmate who's going, man, I feel like I've 6-starred multiple champions and I haven't gotten my fragments. I'm barely making any progress here. That's probably what's happening. I need to update malware. Okay, cool. But yeah, that is probably what is happening, right? Is that he's not leveling up the food and he's losing out on tons of points. Tons and tons of free points. So guys, look, I hope that was helpful. I hope actually seeing it broken down in front of your eyes, seeing the progress happen was interesting, and seeing the stats was interesting. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other tips or strategies. Again, you can throw more brews into the food if you have lots of brews and silver. You can do that, but there's obviously diminishing returns the more brews you put in. I feel like this is a pretty efficient method where you're getting good value on your investment and also still maintaining a pretty even level of brews. You're not going to be burning through your brews at a rapid pace and have none. and it makes it very easy, honestly, to finish these champion training. Like, I've almost finished champion training with a day left to go. In terms of this event that's happening right now, I've also just been doing Spider, and I haven't even been playing that crazy much. I've also almost finished Spider with the Super Raid, so like I've been easily able to do this. I've mostly been working on the bloody free-to-play account, right, for the free-to-play series, but it just shows you what an impact this stuff can have. So yeah, thank you for watching. Good luck. I hope this makes a big difference. It should save you a ton of times. See a 60% increase in your champion training. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.